Working in the presidency 2029 job money, we are 1,000. Thank you, thank you. Let me take this time to recognize the presence of God in this place. We are grateful to God for everything. To God alone be all the glory for taking our leader, our president, our everything, His Excellency George Weah, to his 58th birth anniversary. Let me use this time to recognize and appreciate the CDC, where everything or anybody is somebody. Within CDC, everybody is somebody. Let me recognize the chairman, the acting chairman, the acting global chairman, the global secretary general, the national executive committee, the CDC legislative caucus, the acting youth chairman, the national chairman, and our entire leadership, our partisans, and every other person who have come to grace this occasion. We want to give a special recognition to the legislative caucus chairman, Honorable Nathaniel Magay, the winning chairman, and recognize the presence of the greatest intellectual on earth that I have seen with my 2 eyes, Honorable Samuel D. Duen. To the organizing committee, headed by a very strong woman, Honorable Polita Sisi Weah, we say thank you to you and your leadership. Our media, every other government official from the United Party that have come to grace the occasion, we say thank you for coming. We took your advice to not put you on camera, but trust me, we say thank you for coming. Today, I will be speaking to you briefly on a topic: honest, continual unity that will lead us to a work in the presidency comes 2029. Today's topic is honest, continued unity that will work us in the presidency comes October 2029. Fellow citizens, well wishers, as we have gathered here today to grace this all-important occasion, that is the celebration of our father, our leader, our mentor, the hope of the Liberian people, His Excellency George Weah. Before I dive into my message, I want to send an immediate ultimatum, a 72 hours ultimatum to Mr. Weah the most honest, down-to-earth, God-sent president, leader of our country, George Weah's birthday. We want to give you 72 hours ultimatum to make an immediate decision to dismiss few of your corrupt officials who have come to milk, to steal, and to destroy the Liberian people resources in their own interests. Mr. President, with immediate effect, in the next 72 hours, we ask you to dismiss the Minister of Commerce, Ami Moda. He is an open corrupt government official. Mr. President, if you claim to unite the Liberian people, it's not necessarily by coming to send a dishonest communication to a peaceful outcome of this country, George Weah. You can do that, Mr. Bwaka. You can do that by dismissing Ami Moda in 72 hours. Mr. Bwaka, in 72 hours, we ask you to dismiss the FTA boss, Mr. Abdullah Kamara, who has shown no remorse in stealing and milking from the resources of the Liberian people in a broad daylight. We have come to ask you to dismiss them if you do mean well for the Liberian people. Look, Mr. President, we are not here to joke. And Mr. President, your impeachment upon the return of the 55th National Legislature this October, we are asking you, we are mandating you, Mr. President, with immediate effect to bring back Mr. Abraham Koma at the DEA, because it has been proven that your son, Tata Bwaka, is commonly known as Tata Bwaka, is Mr. Tamabwaka. Mr. Tamabwaka, it has been proven that Joseph Bwaka's son, Tata Bwaka, has been bringing drugs into this country. He was caught by Abraham Koma, where Tata Bwaka was using his father, where he was using the vehicle cut from the executive mansion under the custody of Joseph Bwaka. Tata Bwaka was caught by Abraham Koma, instructed his father to not bring Abraham Koma back, because from the investigation that was conducted, it showed that Abraham Koma was free, he is excellent, and he is prepared to fight drugs in Liberia. So, Mr. President, with immediate effect, we ask that you reinstate Abraham Koma back. Mr. President, you gave job to a photo shoot young man in this country. A young man who is involved with photo shoot. We are not here to desecrate. We are not here to desecrate these positions. You brought a young man over the police who has been involved with photo shoot and doing unnecessary videos, keep to our party headquarters, shoot over 500 lethal and non-lethal weapons within our headquarters. Mr. President, we are again reminding you that what happened should never be repeated. And from the investigation that was conducted, it shows that the police was involved into violence. And we are saying to you, our citizens, our partisans, We today declare, know your police in your community. Identify your police and just know them for yourself. As we have come, Mr. President, I know you are taking notes. Mr. Weah, you have taken sufficient notes, and we know you're going to act sufficiently. Today, we have come to celebrate a man who believes that the road from the EAWA Junction to the Rabba International Airport should be well paved. This is a man who was considered uneducated, but a man who was considered uneducated brought free education to Liberia. This is the man we have come to celebrate. When Liberia was declared as the poorest country in the world, within the 12 years leadership of the United Party-led government, in 6 years, the IMF and World Bank have just informed the world that under the George Weah-led government within 6 years, George Weah, with her General Samuel Weah, who was serving the affairs, managing the finance ministry, an architect, and the smartest man in our country, has delivered Liberia from nowhere to somewhere, and Liberia is now on path. Mr. Weah, your public work minister has just stole over 22 million from our covers. Mr. Weah, the entire southeast, Norfolk County, the roads have caught, the road to Grandia have caught. Mr. Weah, we have come to inform you to serve the Liberian people and stop dismissing our civil servants. To our teachers, to our nurses, to all of our civil servants, we have asked you to stand up as we resist the ugly attitude of Mr. Weah. Amanda! President George Weah, we are happy for today, protesters. Thank you very much.
So listen to the voice of
Thank you very much. That was a very powerful message